What's up, everyone? I'm gonna try and keep the intro short, but basically, it's been way too long since the last episode on this profile, and I'm actually pretty far into the mid game now. So instead, we're gonna be making a new profile, if I can remember how. Oh my god, it worked. Alright, this is basically episode 1. Restarting only really sets me back 4 days, so I don't even know if I should call this episode 1 or just keep going and call it episode 5. I guess that's something for me to figure out later. So basically the reason why I'm even recording this is because a few days ago I found just in the middle of my hard drive just randomly unnamed video files, and they were skyblock videos that I made about a year or two ago. So I re-edited them all together and put them on this channel. I'm not really sure what made me choose to repost the videos, but I guess I just kind of remembered how fun the series was to make. I'd say even though the videos are pretty old, they kind of held up, and that's probably why I posted them. When I posted them, I didn't really expect anything to come of it, because I've made a previous video on this channel that got 0 views. My first time uploading the videos, when I made them a few years ago, they got 0 views. This channel still had 0 subscribers when I posted it, but somehow the video ended up doing pretty good. It got 100 or something impressions, so that's 100 people that saw the video on their front page, 12 views, which from 0 to 12, that's pretty good. Most importantly, I got my first YouTube comment in years. I feel like this is a pretty important milestone for someone like me who struggles to find the motivation in content creation sometimes. So I'd like to show the comment on the screen. Huge shout out to this guy, Skada8446. Basically told me to continue the series. And I'm very grateful for this comment, because I wouldn't have even really thought about making another episode if it wasn't for him. So go ahead and thank him for this series continuing, at least for a little bit. I do have other videos in mind that I want to start working on, some other games outside of Minecraft. So I might have touched on this a little bit in the previous episodes, but my first YouTube channel took me probably 3 years before I even got any viewers who weren't people at school. So I think it's really interesting that I'm getting recognition already from just my second video now. It really makes me think that, I might be able to make something out of this channel. So I for sure want to start being more consistent with uploading and making videos. Consistency is something I've always struggled with inside of YouTube and outside. On my old channel, I had a pretty long-running series of Roblox videos. They weren't hard to make at all, really. I'd probably spend about an hour filming each one, maybe 3 hours editing them. So, it was stuff I could do daily if I wanted to. And these videos were really fun to make, because it was pretty much just me and my friends messing around with the game kind of in the background. And it was always fun to watch the videos afterwards with the people that helped make them. Even with all this, I still would only be able to make myself finish a full video about 3 or 4 times a year. So literal months in between. There were many days where I would record for a few hours, want to edit it, because it just wouldn't be up to its standards. Even more than that, there were days where I just wouldn't even feel the need to start recording, so I just wouldn't. There were definitely days I didn't even think about YouTube at all. But that was years ago. I've changed quite a bit, I would say. I'm 18 now. I'm about to graduate high school. My GPA is a 4.0. Used to be a 2.0. Above all that, I'm more consistent than I was a few years ago, which is why I'm here making this video now instead of just thinking about making it. Consistency is really hard. Consistency isn't something you can just watch a video on and learn in one sitting, and I'm not even gonna try and say that I have a full grasp on it, but it is something that's definitely pretty easy to improve on. And like I said, it's something I've been trying to give more attention lately. Normally I would end the video by now. All the previous episodes have pretty much just been focused on one topic, but I feel like I could just get a few more ideas that are on my mind out, and then each episode's a little more valuable because it's got a little more going for it. So from now on, I'm probably just gonna split the videos into sections. So like I previously said, I'm 18 now. I'm about to graduate high school, but it doesn't exactly mean that I know what I'm gonna do next. I don't really know how this fits into the video, but I'd say I have too many options after high school, which is a good thing, but it's also the reason I'm not exactly looking forward to graduation coming up. And I think my main problem right now is uncertainty regarding the future. And most of the options I have for a career or life path seem to have a lot of potential downsides. For example, I used to want to be a comp sci, computer science major, work networking or games or something like that, but that doesn't even really seem like a safe choice anymore. The like entire tech industry is kind of falling apart right now. It's starting to show its faults, and it's pretty clear, at least to me, that having a secure job in the future in the tech field, it won't even be like an option. I'd say videography and video editing might be my best bet right now, but it's still something I definitely need to think about before I go and make it my major. And I know this channel is not exactly a good example of that because I don't really edit, I don't really use cameras, but I'm definitely proficient enough with commercial editing software and handling cameras that I could easily make a living if I put enough effort in. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I might make a whole video on this topic. So there's a lot I want to say about it, but I can't really find the words to right now. One last little thing before I close this video off. I watched the Minecraft movie last week with friends, which is kind of the reason I got back into playing Minecraft. It's like half of the reason, the other half is the comment. But I wouldn't say it was a great movie or even like a good movie really, but it definitely was fun to watch. And I'd say the reason I had a good time watching it wasn't because of the acting or the script or anything really related to the movie at all. It was kind of just the people around me. The people I saw the movie with, the audience. I watched it in a full theater, by the way, which was cool. Everyone was like going crazy over most of the lines. And I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed the movie really at all if I wasn't there with a lot of people and with friends sitting in the same row as me, which is why I kind of recommend the movie, but also I don't if you're not going to watch it in theaters. Thanks for watching. I know not everything I say ends up connecting together or being important, or even like having meaning. And I also know that my videos don't exactly fit the standard of contemporary YouTube and are pretty boring compared to other videos, but I think it's important to be boring sometimes because the only time people really stop and think creatively is when they're bored. I guess that's why I'm choosing this style of videos. So yeah, we didn't really get that much done this episode, but I'll see you whenever in the next one.